You see, let me remind you guys of a quote from Margaret Sanger. All right? Quote, the most successful educational approach to the Negro is through a religious appeal. We don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population. And the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their religious members. End quote. Margaret Sanger said that. Okay, that was nearly 70 years, over 70 years ago. There's a reason why she said that. She knows that black society is the most forgiving group of people on the planet. Strictly because of religion. Strictly because of Christianity. And she knows that we are controlled, subdued, and docile because of that. We can be easily manipulated because of religious practices. We don't know how to separate church and state. We can't, because we're socially engineered to forgive our oppressors, aka Stockholm syndrome, aka cognitive dissonance, aka post-traumatic slavery disorder. We have been completely inhabited with the belief of forgiving our oppressors. That's from over 500 years of complete control and manipulation of our thoughts, our minds, our heritage, our structure, our language, our history from the transatlantic slave trade. And as a result of that, you see this infamous picture by Botham Jean's brother and the judge. Tammy Kemp is her name, who hugs the killer, the murderer, Amber Geiger of Botham Jean in court. This is forever. See, this picture right here is infamy. Black judge hugging a murderer, sentenced for 10 years in prison. This lets you know from other groups of people, other groups in society, that black people are very forgiving. You can do anything to them, kill, murder, rape, and they'll forgive you. And that is extremely disgusting. No other group of people on the planet will allow this to happen. You will never get that from the Jewish community. You will never get that from the Native American community. They don't listen. Thanksgiving, so-called Thanksgiving, is coming up. The Native American community does not celebrate Thanksgiving. Why? Because they don't forgive the history and the pillage and the rape of their own people. So they boycott that shit. They don't allow it to happen. Black society, we can get killed, robbed, gagged, annihilated. We'll celebrate a holiday, right, that was meant to destroy black society. That's what will happen. That's what we do today. So this is the result of what you see. This judge, Tammy Kemp, Botham Jean's brother, hugging a murderer, Amber Geiger, in court, who was sentenced to only 10 years in damn prison. 10 damn years. For going in someone else's apartment and murdering that person in their own apartment. It was a cut and dry case. It's like it was a no-brainer to decide whether or not she was guilty or not, and to prosecute her in the fullest extent of the law. And that was completely backfired for her only getting sentenced 10 years. Again, we're the only group of people that allow this to happen. We're the only group of people on the planet that allow us to forgive our oppressors, our enemies, our murderers. The people who set us back from generational wealth for over 200 years. It takes over 200 years for a black family to amass the wealth of a white family. And we forgive them for that. Trillions of dollars have been made of the backs of black society from the transatlantic slave trade, and we forgive them. This right here will continue to show that other groups of people know that black society is the weakest group of people on the planet. This picture right here, as well as Botham Jean's brother. We will never get on the same page allowing this behavior. Butter biscuits, buck dancing, Stockholm syndrome, cognitive dissonance, post-traumatic slavery disorder, allowing religious Christianity behavior to penetrate and control our thought process by forgiving our oppressors, forgiving murderers, forgiving rapists, child molesters. And that's the lowest of the low you can do to anybody, is child molestation. And if you're forgiving somebody of that, you need to be prosecuted. But this right here, man, this right here pretty much takes the cake right here. This shows weakness. This shows black society being subdued, black society being docile, and black society being at the bottom of the totem pole in every statistical category you can think of: economics, education, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. And entertainment as well. All 9 areas of activity. We won't win. We won't win with this kind of behavior. We can't win. We won't win. And it's funny, man. Like, black society, this pretty much all we know is Christianity, because we're socially engineered to think about the white Jesus, or Jesus, or Yahweh Shai, whatever you want to call him, Yeshua. Black society pretty much knows him as Jesus. We were socially engineered to think that the Bible and that Christianity is our way and our ticket to salvation, to be, to make sure that we're protected. And that is absolutely false until you understand that. Because again, if you believe that stuff right there, that is a mental illness. It is. It's a mental illness. It's 500 years of denigration to black society that allow us to think that way, due to people like Margaret Sanger saying that the most educational approach to the Negro is through a religious appeal, because that's the only language, that's the only way for them to control us, is through religious practices. Because the dominant white society has been studying black society for so long, they understand our weaknesses. And religion is one of them. Right? So, like I said, I'm definitely not surprised by this, but this picture and the picture of Botham Jean's brother is forever. We're in a cyber internet age where once you have a camera and you're recorded, it is archived forever. This picture, as well as Botham Jean's brother's picture, will live forever and continue to weaken black society as the weakest group on the face of the planet. Because we will forgive you for anything, unlike any other group. Right? So, yeah, man, just wanted to share my thoughts about that. Amber Geiger got 10 years in prison. A slap on the wrist. She won't serve all 10 years. She'll probably get like 3-4. She'll probably do like 3 or 4 years and the rest probation. Wouldn't be surprised if she gets a shorter sentence than that. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes on probation next year. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So we'll never get justice based off this kind of behavior ever. Period. And until that, we have black society has a mental illness, and religion is a mental illness for forgiving our oppressors like that. Like I said, cognitive dissonance, post-traumatic slavery disorder, Stockholm syndrome, all mental illnesses due to the socially engineering control mechanism that they use to keep black people docile and controlled and subdued, because we were taught these religious practices from Christianity that has destroyed and denigrated black society for over 500 years. That was the only form of education we were allowed to use, was Christianity and the Bible. Only thing. Only thing. There's a reason why that happened. So those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. All right, family. Until next time, Chauncey signing out. Peace.